Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this circus style stretching class today with an emphasis on hip. Yes, emphasis on hip opening. We start right away with jumping jacks, 30 in total. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Next one, side crunches, elbow taps. We try to, as you can see, 30 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Oh my god, what is going on with the dust? Upside down vibes. Let's continue with skaters. 30, jumping from one side to the other. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35 even. Mountain climbers next. 10, 20, 30, cross, 10, 20, 30, nice, good job, good job, good job. All right, as I said, today we have an emphasis on hip opening. We will go for the front split, just in case I didn't mention that. Please make sure to hit the like and consider subscribing. You know, everything is for free and it really helps me out, so please do that quickly. Leg lifts, 10 in total. We continue with a little bit of strength work before we go into stretching. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Now we continue with standing splits or leg raises in the standing split. So we haven't prepared the hamstrings a lot yet. Feel free to take a block to lean forward a little bit easier, to lean onto something. Make sure to keep your back extended in case you do that. And if you don't mind, you can do it just like me and work it from a forward fold right away. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Very good job. Let's continue with high lunge squats. We will do 2 variations, starting with the front leg. we work it out of the front leg, bending the front leg, straightening it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second variation, the knee on the back leg drops down to the floor and the exercise is lift it and relax. Lift it and relax. So again, in a way from straight to bend and from bend to straight. 4, 5. It's an isolation also. I try to keep the hip low. 6, 7, 8. Trying to move only the leg as good as I can. 9 and 10. Nice. Let's do the other side. Starting in the high lunge, working it out of the front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go. Knee down, working it from bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Okay, if I remember correctly, that's it with the strength part, and we go for stretching. Exactly. Let's start. We will start with the low lunge, and every position from now on will be held for 1 minute. There will be a timer and I'll keep you posted about the time. Yes, we start here in the low lunge. 1 minute. Let's go. Right leg is in the beginning in my case. And yeah, 10 seconds in. After this one, we are going to do the low lunge again, but we place our front leg on blocks, okay? We will do a couple of exercises with blocks, with props today. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. You can do everything without blocks as well. But maybe, it would be nice if you could get some blocks and revisit this session, because the exercises with the blocks are very, very good. Very, very nice. We are 40 seconds in. If you're asking yourself, what is this guy doing so weirdly? I listened to a very nice playlist. I will link it in the description box. So if you want to feel what I felt, if you want to hear what I heard, make sure to check that out. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now low lunge again, but we elevate the front leg onto blocks. I used 3 blocks. You can use 1, 2, 3, 4. You also can do it again without a block, as I said. So no worries about that. Yes. Okay, same side still, same side. Right leg up, in my case, since I started on the right. And I try to create this line. The 1 minute time is running. I try to create this line in between the thighs, in between the legs. And I even try to push the hip a little bit forward. I try to adjust my hip. I think about trying to touch the calf on the right side with my hamstrings. And I try to touch the bottom, the corner of the blocks with the left quad. So the quad activates forward and down in a way. And if I arch a little bit backwards, that even helps me with my left hand. I try to support. I push on the hamstrings. I try to push the quad forward. Also here, when I do this twisted variation, I try to push it forward. I also try to square the hip in terms of height. So right height and left height. I try to equalize. I try to equalize. 3, 2, and 1. That's it already. Whew, okay. Now we're going to elevate the back leg, but before that I give you a couple of variations. Level 1, we stretch the quad like this. Level 2, lower down onto your forearm, slightly more intense. Level 3, we come back into the center and we hook the foot at our waist. Okay, like this, foot hook. And level 4, we are going to elevate the back leg while we are hooking it at our waist, foot hook at our waist. Make sure to be more in the beginning of the blocks, because you will roll over, and if you start too much in the front, if you place your knee too much in the front, you will fall over eventually. So try to stay in the beginning, and then when we roll forward, when we go deeper into the position, you should be still in a stable place. And yeah, we pick our variation, choose your variation, your level, and then we are going for 1 minute. Let's go. Time is running. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. 30. 40. 50. 3, 2, 1. All right, next one, we focus a little bit on the, slowly release the position. That's what I tried to demonstrate with my hand gesture. Now we prepare the front leg, the hamstrings in the front leg with a nice half split forward fold variation. So what I am trying to do here is I flex the front foot and I try to roll the tailbone back and up to the sky, to the ceiling. So it's an anterior pelvic tilt in terms of the activation. So we create traction in the leg by flexing the foot on the one hand and by rolling the hip back and up on the other hand, and by moving the elbow forward. So opposite elbow over shin, elbow forward, and 20 seconds in the game. Make sure to not twist too much, okay? So even though I bring the left elbow over the right shin, I want to stay aligned, I want to stay centered, it's a forward fold, right? So we are not twisting towards the right somehow. No, we are still looking forward. We think about head to toes and toes to head. Yes, and creating traction in the backside of the leg. By flexing the foot on the one hand, rotating the hip and moving the elbow forward. 3, 2, 1. Now in principle we are ready for the front split. We would be ready, but we are going to prepare the other side at first. So we start anew with the left leg being in the front with the low lunge. Time is running. And if I talk too much, let me know down in the comments. I'm sorry, sometimes I'm not sure what the best approach is in terms of, just giving a minimum of information and allowing you to just chill, or if it's better to give it all to you. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds in, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 60. Nice. Okay, we elevate the front leg again onto blocks in case you have blocks. Otherwise, just repeat the same position one more time. One minute. Let's go. $20. 30. And don't be confused, you don't have to arch. For me, when I arch back a little bit, I find a better stretch. I can move the hip nicely forward, and I like to play with these twisted variations, but you can keep it simple, you know, really just doing a low lunge. And with time, when you become more comfortable and more confident, you will start to play around anyway. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we stretch the quad. Remember the exercise where we had the 4 different levels. So pick your level again. I recommend to do at least, you should actually do the same thing that you did on the first side as well. And yeah, I pick my thing, my exercise as well, and then we hit that clock, we hit the timer. 1 minute again. Time is running. For those of you who are a little bit more comfortable already, you know, who are in the game for a while and who know their bodies well, try to experiment here also with a little arch. Here I didn't do it that much. I think I was too focused on the music, but it's very interesting. Just the attempt of leaning backwards here a little bit gives me a way better, a much intenser sensation in my quad. So combining the quad stretch, the hook with a back bend intensifies the position very, very nicely in my experience. 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's release. Okay. Forward fold, last position here in the sequence, and then we will have a look on the front split already, since it's a circus style front split tutorial or class. Forward fold, right leg in the half split, right elbow over the left shin. Time is running, 1 minute. We create the traction, flexing the front foot, anterior pelvic tilting the hip, moving the elbow forward towards the top of the foot. Thinking about crown to toes, toes to crown. In case it's too intense and you have sensible hamstrings, let me add, experiment with micro bands in your knee, okay? In your front knee, in the left knee in that case. That doesn't make it necessarily less effective. In my experience, it just transfers the stretch a little bit, and it's a little bit easier on the back side of the knee and a little bit easier maybe in the hamstrings, but still very, very effective. So if you have, if the back side of your knee is sensible, your hamstrings are sensible, try to play with that variation. 1 minute done. Good job, good job. We start again with the first leg. So right leg is in the front again, and we start with the front split, but on purpose we are going to misalign the position. What do I mean by that? The right leg goes off the mat, we allow it to flare out. We allow it to go a little bit more sideways. We are not aiming for perfect alignment. Okay, I hope you get what I'm saying. And then the first variation is back leg is on toes, and we try to straighten the knee. Actually, we even try to lift the knee off the floor. Time is running. Feel free to use blocks in case you have to. The rule of thumb here is hip down, upper body up. Okay, so you want to center the upper body. Even if that means that you cannot go as far down, make sure to center your upper body. Make sure to use your blocks. Make sure to use chairs if you need them to hold on to something. That's fine, okay? But this way you will improve quickly. And why are we misaligning the position? Well, simply it's easier, it's more accessible, and we start like this. We get used to this. We develop a certain understanding, a certain endurance, a certain muscle memory. We help the body, getting used to this position. 3, 2, and 1. Now knee down and top of the foot down. Second variation, classic front split. And after those two, we are going for the aligned variation anyway. So we use this as like a gateway into the front split, if that makes sense. "20 seconds in. 30 seconds. 40 seconds. And after this, again, we repeat the exact same two positions, but in an aligned manner. So we are just moving the right leg in onto the mat, and we try to align the position as good as we can. Let's try to do that. 1 minute over. Right leg moves in. Aligned front split now. Back leg on toes again. Again, we do both variations, and we try to elevate the knee off the floor. We try to make it active. And yeah, then we hold. Use your blocks. Upper body back into the center, hip down. If you can, try to lift your arms also, make it very active, the position. In terms of the activation, what I like to do is I push the back leg, the left leg in my case, a little bit forward in terms of the quad, in terms of the hip rotation, and the right hip, the right glute, I try to pull back a little to square the hip. I think the tendency is that people like to push the legs just away from another to find a deeper position quicker. But this way, the tendency is that you open the hip a little bit, and then it becomes misaligned and not as beautiful. So play with it. But maybe that's subjective also. So, just play with it. 3, 2, 1. Top of the foot down and knee down on the back leg. Classic front split now in an aligned manner also. Here in particular, I focus on this activation, pulling the front leg back and pushing the back leg forward, in particular around the hip area. I try to pull the right glute, the right hip back, and I try to push the left quad, the left hip forward, the left glute forward and in. 30 seconds more. "15 seconds. Last 10 seconds. Good fight, by the way. I know it's not easy. 5 seconds more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's relax. Good job, good job, good job. Last positions of the day. We are just going to repeat those 4 positions on the other side. And then we're going to take it to the extended in my online studio for the enthusiasts among you. So you can check that out. Let's start misaligned. Left leg flares out now. And we start with back leg being on toes, knee elevated, using the blocks. And minute starts. Time is running. And yeah, as I said, if you are an enthusiast and you really want to take your front splits to a whole nother level with over splits and all the crazy things, and also more conditioning, more drills to make you super strong as well, not only super flexible, I highly recommend to check out the extended version. It's an 80-minute class in total then, and you can find it in my online studio. The link is down below. And if I might add on this note, I offer private classes as well, and for that you can just send me an email. You find that in my description box below and in the profile information as well. But now let's continue. 5 more seconds here in this variation. 3, 2, 1. Top of the foot down, knee down. Second variation. 10 seconds in. 20 seconds in. 30 seconds in. 40 seconds. Yeah, let's not get lazy. Not leaning forward, chilling on the block. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last 2 positions of the non-extended session. We align the front split, we move the left leg in, and we start again. Back leg being on toes, and we straighten the knee. Align front split, first variation, 1 minute. Let's go. We got this, we got this. Also, as I always say, you're the master of the breaks, right? So you can, let's say you're struggling a little bit with this session, it's because you are still new to the game and so on and so on. Pause the video. You can extend this video yourself to an hour or so, but just taking your time by adding breaks whenever you need the breaks. And yeah, it's always about getting the information into our systems, not necessarily about how quickly we do that. Okay, so no pressure. 20 seconds more, and then last position. The classic front split with top of the foot and knee down. 10 seconds more. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Classic front split. Knee down, top of the foot down. Nice. Let's hold it here for the last minute of the day. Time is running. Ten seconds in. 20 seconds. 30 seconds. Trying to make it active here, playing a little bit. 40 seconds. Last 15 seconds. Last 10. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. For those of you who are going for the extended, see you in a second. Looking forward to that. And everyone who is out here, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate the support, and I hope you got something out of this session. And yeah, have a nice rest of your day. See you next time. Goodbye.